This First Lady, she is making her return tonight. She's an Uptown native and Latin School of Chicago alumni, 93, a writer, graphic designer, and co-producer of the monthly live lit show, Well, we got that out of the way early. Usually I just swear through the whole show, but we'll make it one tonight. She's performed at Lady Tales, Loose Chicks, Story Labs, Story Sessions. That's all she wrote, and at various open mics around the city. We're so excited to have her start off the show tonight. Please join me in welcoming to the stage, Rachael Smith!
It is so great to be back here and totally crazy at the same time. I've only been on this stage a couple times in my life, but they were so important that I figured I had to tell my story about those times. So it's 1991 and I'm a sophomore here. And as a sophomore, you have a big decision. You get to take dance instead of gym if you want to. And I decided to do that because I want to avoid swimming. I don't want to put on a bathing suit, I don't want the chlorine smell, and I can't really swim very well. So I take dance, but dance has some challenges too. You have to wear a leotard and you have to choreograph routines for class. And then what I didn't consider before making my decision is that you have to actually perform on this stage in front of an audience, which is terrifying. So I asked the teacher, is there an alternative? Can I do something else? Maybe I can be backstage and help out that way, or give the dancers water or something. And she said, there is an alternative. You can write a 20-page paper on something dance-related. So I pick a ballerina named Suzanne Farrell, who I've never heard of before. Sorry. But there's a lot of books about her, so I figure, that'll be easy. And so I spend so much time, so many miserable hours writing this paper that I have little interest in, all just to avoid the risk of possible failure. And I miss the excitement that everyone else is having, hopping around in the pit, practicing for this show. So, 1992, junior year. I decided I'm gonna try some new things. So when my friends proposed that we all join prom committee, I totally jump in. And our first order of business is to raise money to offset the student cost. How are we gonna do that? What's like a creative way to raise money? Not a car wash and not a bake sale. They decide that we're gonna have a fashion show on this stage. We'll sell tickets and make our money that way. And I ask them, who's gonna model those clothes? And they say, all of us, and we'll get some of the guys in the grade to help us out. And I cannot escape with a ballet essay this time. So we find a nearby store who's willing to lend us the clothes for this event. And they decide we're each gonna have 2 looks. Casual and formal, of course. And so my first look is denim shorts and a button-down shirt. Just totally not my style. And the second look is a Pepto-Bismol pink crepe dress. They look awful and they don't even fit me well, and I already hate this show. So then they decide we can't just, walk down the runway, we've got to have some sort of routine. So they decide, in my pink dress, I'm gonna come out from somewhere around here-ish, and I'm gonna be opposite Eric Davis, who is a boy in our class. And I've actually known Eric my whole life. Super cute, tall, blonde hair, blue eyes. So I'm gonna walk, Eric's gonna walk towards me, I'm gonna act as though I'm gonna kiss him, and then I'm gonna totally snub him and walk down the runway. Very sassy, right? This is what I'm gonna do. So the night of the show comes, and I'm nervous, I'm having a bad hair day though. My mom's here, everyone is here, and we get ready. I'm in my first look. It's the shorts and the shirt. And I come out on stage, and I see the lights, and the faces, and I feel like I'm gonna faint, like I am gonna crumble into a million pieces. And I hold it together, and then I march down the runway and out those doors and around again, because I've got to change very quickly into that awful pink dress, which I do. And so I'm standing, waiting, and I see Eric across the way, and he's slightly reassuring, but I'm not sure how it's gonna go. And I do it, but it's not fun and sassy. It just feels uncomfortable and weird. So I decide at that point, never again. I am never getting on this stage. Senior year, 1993. I start writing for the high school paper. And they're just articles about just casual, fun things I come up with, and I love it. I love seeing my words in print, and I love connecting with people that way. So at the end of the year, there's something called Class Day, and I think Class Day is the day after prom, and it's a bunch of, people get awards, and there's speakers, and so the senior class gets to choose their speaker, who gives this will, sort of like leaving all of the students something fun, something that symbolizes something that happened in the last 4 years. And so they have to vote for a speaker. And they vote for me. I attribute it to maybe like all the fun articles, and I'm so flattered, but I realized, oh my God, I've got to get back on that stage. So I think about turning it down. But I don't really want to. I don't want to have crippling stage fright that's going to keep me from doing what I want to do. I don't want that to happen on this stage or any other stage. And I don't want that Pepto-Bismol dress to win. So I write the speech, and it's a tribute to so many memories and people that I love so much here. And I deliver it on this stage. Shortly after, I got a note from my coach and advisor, Rainey Dunn, and she said how proud she was of me and how far I'd come from being the shy freshman that she met 4 years ago. And I learned that when you're doing something authentic, something you really love, it's not uncomfortable or scary. It is pure joy. And if I had let that experience junior year define me, I would have missed so many opportunities, from sharing my art to telling stories to having my own show, and of course being here right now tonight. My heart still gets going anytime I have to get on stage, and the fear of failure is always there, but it beats sitting on the sidelines, and it is so much better than writing an essay about ballet. Thank you.